It was Christmas Eve, the kind of morning where the air outside bites at your skin, but inside, the house is wrapped in warmth. My parents' living room smelled like cinnamon and coffee, the tree lights pulsing gently like they were breathing, each twinkle reflecting off glittering ornaments collected over decades. There was laughter, the rustle of wrapping paper, the occasional high-pitched squeal from my nephews, their small feet pounding across the hardwood as they darted between legs. On the surface, it was exactly what a holiday gathering should be. But for me, there was something else in the room, something unspoken that had been there for years. It's about my sister. She loves her children. Not in the casual way we all love family, but in a way so deep, so consuming, that you can feel it in everything she does. And for her, that love translates directly into her gifts. Every single Christmas, without fail, she gives me something with her kids on it. Not just a single photo in a tasteful frame, either. Magnets, coffee mugs, blankets, calendars. One year, she went all out. She had a giant tapestry made, a wall-sized image of her children smiling at the camera. I remember unfolding it in my apartment and realizing it would cover an entire wall. If I hung it, it would be the first thing anyone saw when they walked into my home. And here's the truth. I didn't want it. It's not that I don't love my nephews. I do. They're wonderful kids. But I'm not their parent, and I don't have a shrine dedicated to them in my living room. That tapestry, like every other photo gift she'd given me, went into a drawer or the back of a closet, out of sight, gathering dust. Every year, I stayed silent. I told myself it wasn't worth saying anything. Why ruin Christmas? Why risk hurting her feelings over something as small as a gift? I kept the peace. I smiled. I said thank you. I played my part. But silence is a strange thing. It doesn't stay quiet inside you. It grows. It starts to take up space. And with each year, I felt that space inside me stretch tighter. This year, I decided I couldn't just keep doing it. I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to embarrass her. I just wanted her to understand, really understand, what it felt like on my end. That's when I had the idea. I have a dog. Not just a pet, but my companion, my family. He's been there through the best and worst seasons of my life. I love him the way some people love their children. So I decided, if she could gift me pieces of her family, I could do the same. I put him in a little tie, straightened it until it sat just right against his fur, and took his picture in the afternoon light streaming through my window. He sat still, head slightly tilted, eyes locked on me like he knew this was special. I printed the photo, slid it into a beautiful frame, and wrapped it with care. But I didn't stop there. I wanted her to know this wasn't about pettiness. So I bought her a $25 Starbucks gift card too. She's obsessed with Starbucks. I figured even if she didn't love the photo, she'd still have something she could genuinely enjoy. When Christmas Eve morning came, the living room became our gift exchange stage. We opened one present at a time, everyone watching. The pile under the tree slowly shrank. My sister handed me her gift first. I peeled back the paper to find, predictably, another photo item of her kids. I smiled, thanked her, and set it aside. Then I handed her mine. She pulled back the paper. The frame gleamed in the light. Her eyes landed on the photo of my dog, sitting proudly in his tie. Her smile froze. The room went still for a moment. Then she looked at me and asked sharply, "What the hell am I supposed to do with this?" Without thinking, the words slipped out. "The same thing I do with yours," I said. "It'll look good on your coffee table." A few people laughed under their breath. Others looked down, not sure where to put their eyes. My sister's face darkened. She set the frame aside without another word. From that moment, something shifted. Some of my family was on my side, saying it was harmless, even clever. Others thought I'd crossed a line. "Dogs aren't comparable to humans," they told me. But that wasn't the point. It was never about comparing my dog to her children. It was about the principle of the gift, about giving something that means the world to you, without considering whether it means anything to the person receiving it. Still, I couldn't ignore the sting in her reaction. She didn't laugh. She didn't tease me back. She seemed genuinely offended, as if I'd made a mockery of her love for her kids. And maybe, if I'm honest, a part of me did want her to feel that discomfort. After years of quietly accepting these gifts, maybe I wanted her to finally notice the imbalance. Maybe I wanted her to think twice next year. But as the day went on, I saw her pull away from me. She busied herself in the kitchen. She chatted with everyone else, but kept our conversation short. By the time I was leaving, I could feel the distance between us like a cold draft slipping through the door. Walking to my car in the snow, I couldn't stop replaying that moment in my head. Her frozen smile. The weight in my voice when I answered her. The way the laughter in the room didn't quite reach either of us. I had wanted to make a point, not start a war. Now I don't know which one I achieved. So, am I the asshole? Because here's the truth I can't shake. I didn't do this to be cruel. I did it because I wanted her to see me, to see what I've been silently putting up with for years. But now I wonder, when you use humor to send a message and the other person doesn't laugh, does the message get lost? Or does it just leave a bruise? This story is a perfect example of how humor can blur the line between connection and conflict. A gift can be more than just an object. It's a message, an expression of how you see the other person. And sometimes, that message doesn't land the way you think it will. There's a lesson here about empathy, about thinking before you give, not just about what you love, but about what the other person would love. And if someone's been giving to you in a way that misses the mark, maybe the most effective response isn't a mirror, but a conversation. Because the truth is, even if your point is valid, the way you deliver it will decide whether you open a door or close it forever. So, what do you think? Was this a harmless, satirical nudge meant to spark self-awareness? Or a public jab that turned a family holiday into a silent standoff?